I went from broke teen dad scrounging around for rent money to running a 6-figure Facebook business on autopilot in 6 months. Listen in as I give away all the secrets that got me to 6 figures, and join me as I uncover and conquer the roadblocks on the road to 7 figures. This is Andrew Pabia, and you're listening to the Game of Entrepreneurship Podcast. I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. What is up, guys? It's Andrew Pabia, and in this podcast, we're going to be talking about spending. You know, the ironic thing is, guys, I don't care how bad you want to be a billionaire. If you have a mindset like that, where you just want to buy all the things that you never had, if you have a aggressive spending mindset, you're never going to be a billionaire. So, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about spending. So, the thing about spending is, I don't care if you're making $1 million a month. If you are spending $1,001 per month, you are still in a deficit, my friend. And so that's why I like to kind of buy things that are, or if I'm going to have a monthly payment of any kind, guys, I try to stay as far away from the monthly payments as I possibly can. But if you are going to have a monthly payment on anything, make sure it's something that's making you more money, or it allows you to be freed in some kind of a way where you can be focusing more of your time on making money or scaling your business or whatever it is that you're trying to do in this game of entrepreneurship. So, for example, guys, I'm still driving a 2003 Honda Accord. Why am I still driving a 2003 Honda Accord? Because I would much rather save the money and buy something that I actually like and not make payments and not have to pay interest and all of that good stuff. Guys, the thing about this is, I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with Dave Ramsey, but Dave Ramsey he teaches financial freedom and how to achieve it and stuff like that. And so Dave quotes the Bible, and he talks about how the borrower is slave to the lender. And that's very, very true. And in today's society, we are so comfortable with whipping out a credit card anywhere we go. And you know, the average American is like, I forget, but it's tens of thousands of dollars in debt. And that's insane. We are way, way, way too comfortable with taking on debt. And it's a huge, huge problem. So the reason why I'm still driving my 2003 Honda Accord is because I don't want to take on a monthly payment. I would much rather, pay cash for something that I really want. And also, if I'm going to take on a monthly payment, it's not going to be on a liability. And what I mean by that is how much can that fancy car help me other than get me from point A to point B? And just look good while doing it. Yeah, that's cool and all, but that time will come. I'd much rather invest my money somewhere that is going to make me more money. So let's say if you're taking on this digital game, like what I'm doing right now, my monthly payments are on the softwares that I need, like ClickFunnels or ActiveCampaign or something like that. Something that's going to make me more money, or make something automated so that I can spend my time somewhere that I'm going to be more useful. And so the thing about this financial freedom game is it's not taught in school. So it definitely should have been. And a lot of the higher ups, so what I consider like the higher level entrepreneurs, talk about how this was never taught in school. And I don't know why any of this isn't changing, but we definitely should have learned more on how to handle our finances in, high school, even, junior high. We should have started to learn the mechanics behind this kind of stuff, because the truth is most Americans are drowning in debt. And so to set yourself apart from that, you first need to get out of debt, and then you start working on getting ahead, putting money away, starting to invest money in stocks and stuff like that. But for right now, just focus on getting out of debt. Stay down for a little while. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm staying down. I'm still driving a 2003 Honda Accord. No one would ever know that I'm making the money that I'm making, but it's going to have a lot of gain. I'm going to have a lot of gain in the future because I'm staying down for this reason. I want to lay low for just a little while so that I can enjoy the fruits of my labor later on. My true dream is to be sitting on a beach, having an automated system make me tons of money. I want tons of passive income. I want to be able to go anywhere in the world at any given moment. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to give my son a life that, quite frankly, I was never able to live at his age. And I feel like a lot of people aren't able to live at that age. I'm really, really chasing an elite lifestyle here. That's what I really want. And I think the only way to get there is through extremely hard work. And so if you really take a look around at the elite people in the world, or the people who are living elite lifestyles. I'm talking about people like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg. Those people, if you actually, none of them have financial degrees. Hell, none of them actually even graduated college. So do me a favor and just think about that for a second. Guys, if you really, really want to achieve the life of your dreams, does it take going to college and spending 8 years of your life there? Or does it take just getting down in the dirt, having grit, and just working extremely hard towards that life? I think it is the second one. I really, really do. I actually read this book. It's called Grit, and it's by, I believe her name is Angela Duckworth. And they did extensive studies on what made people successful. And it was never about how smart these people were growing up in high school, what their GPA was. Instead, they found that the people who were the most successful in life were the people who had grit. And so what that means is the people who were willing to work the hardest and never ever quit are the ones who ended up really being successful and really living out that elite lifestyle. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Guys, if you have not read that book, I would highly suggest go checking it out. It is called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And if I'm mistaken on that, just Google Grit. Very, very good book. And the principles that you'll learn in it is it's really good stuff. But to backtrack just a little bit, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to college. I'm saying does it really take college to become extremely successful in life? And the answer to that is no. But it really kind of depends on what you want out of life. I do believe that there are positions in life that require a college education. Yes, I'm not saying that. I definitely don't want a doctor working on me that hasn't been through college. But really, what kind of lifestyle are you chasing here? And I do believe a lot of times people go through several years of college thinking that they're not going to have a ton of debt at the end of it. And in reality, they do. So the first step to financial freedom and getting your spending under control is knocking out the debt. And so Dave Ramsey has 7 baby steps, and I actually pulled them up. They're right here in front of me. The first baby step is to save $1,000 and to start an emergency fund. The second one is to pay off all your debt using the snowball method. And so what that means is really focusing, I don't want to go too in depth here, but focusing on attacking certain debts, getting them paid off, and then I think going on to the next one with the second highest interest. Then the third baby step is to save 3 to 6 months of expenses for emergencies. Baby step 4 is invest 15% of your household income into Roth IRAs and pre-tax retirement funds. Baby step 5 is to save for your children's college fund. Baby step 6, pay off your home early. And baby step 7, build wealth and give. So what does it take to knock out all of those baby steps? I think the true answer to that, the true answer to financial freedom is taking a good hard look at your expenses. Like, I'm so serious, guys. Go to your bank, go grab a copy of all the transactions you had for last month, and then take a look at what you could minimize. What could you cut out of that? Guys, it's so easy to spend, especially if, that's what you were around your whole life. If your parents lived month to month, a lot of times you'll grow up in life and you'll live month to month. It just takes breaking that pattern. So go grab last month's transactions, take a look at what you can subtract from that, and then add that to say, like, if you were to take all the money that you blew last month and you were to save that money, what could you do with that money in 6 months, in 12 months? I don't know about you guys, but I could do some pretty awesome stuff with that. Literally, like, I'm talking multiple vacations. I could just do crazy things with that money. So take a look at your expenses and cut out what you don't need. That's the first step. And then you set aside $1,000 as a rainy day fund. And then you pay off your debts. And then you ascend your way through the baby steps. But financial freedom, it all starts with spending. If you really want to achieve an elite lifestyle, you have to take a look at spending. Now, guys, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at this yet, but I'm getting it down, and definitely me speaking about it helps me even, reassess myself and realize what I need to improve on, because really it's not second nature yet. And for most people it isn't, but me speaking about it helps me to go back and look at the fundamentals of things, and helps me not to get so carried away. So guys, go do what I said. Go pull your transactions from last month and start looking at your spending. Start paying more attention to your spending. I cannot say this enough, guys. Do it. Guys, if you don't listen to anything else I ever say on this podcast, please just do this, because there's no doubt in my mind that it will help your life in a lot of different ways. So, and here's another thing, guys, and I'm definitely going to be hosting a podcast about this, is take action. Guys, there's a lot of people that, they take in a lot of information, but then they do nothing with that information. Guys, take action on that easy, actionable step that I just gave you, and I promise you, you will begin to see changes in your life. All right, guys, I hope you love the podcast, and I'll see you on the next one. Boom! Thank you for listening in to the Game of Entrepreneurship Podcast. If you loved the podcast, please feel free to rate and subscribe. Also, if you would like to learn how I was able to create a Facebook business and scale it all the way to 6 figures in 6 months, all you have to do is go to Andrew Pabia on Facebook. That is my personal Facebook profile. Feel free to follow me, and then that will lead you to my private Facebook group where I literally teach everything. Exactly how I did it. I share everything in there. So guys, go check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Game of Entrepreneurship, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.